This is very unusual for an Olympic sport, paying Olympic athletes to get $50,000 for winning a gold medal. It's limited to track and field participants and athletes, introducing prize money for the first time to top performers. But it's got a lot of folks wondering in the upcoming Paris Olympics whether we're going to see that spread out to a whole host of other sports. And this is just the start of something big. Enter Wale Ogunleye. He is the former NFL player, UBS managing director, UBS head of sports and entertainment. He's trying to give back to a lot of athletes who come into money and sometimes don't know how to handle money. Well, he's very good with both and an athlete besides. So I wouldn't mess with this guy. I'm glad he's on remote. This way I can ask him obnoxious questions and he can't hit me. Well, very good to have you, and thank you.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
No, I'm delighted. You know, I did want to get your thoughts, though, on this is an unprecedented move in Olympic history to start paying athletes, at least those who win top medals. And I would imagine it's going to spread beyond just track and field. This is just sort of a teaser. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is very interesting. You know, before athletes, Olympian athletes used to play just for the flag. Now there's more of an added incentive to winning a gold medal. And I think, with it starting in track and field, if you look at TV rights, that's probably where a lot of the intrigue and interest in some of the fans in Olympic sports, they love watching the track and field. So I see that. But also, if I'm thinking about it, actually is a preemptive move. If you saw the issues we had in the States with the NCAA and NIL and not paying their amateur athletes, I actually think the Olympics are saying, let's be proactive here and start giving our amateur athletes a little bit of incentive to continue to play in the Olympics. So good move, a little extra dough in their pockets. It's not life-changing, but again, you're going out to Paris, a flight out there for your whole family and friends coming to see you play can get expensive, so at least you don't leave the Olympics in debt.
But you're dealing with a lot of superstars and athletes who oftentimes come into money, and big money, serious money, fast. And the history on a lot of that, it can be pretty murky. I always think of the example of Mike Tyson, who earned $1 billion in an illustrious boxing career and was down to pennies before coming back with specials and the like. But bottom line, lost it all. And we see this oftentimes, and we see it among great NFL players and the like. You're trying to stop that with just some basic education. Maybe you can explain.
Yeah, I think, even in my own experience when it came to my finances, I was extremely successful on the field, but for some reason I was putting my own hard-earned money at risk by not understanding my finances. And I think for athletes, where it starts is getting a right team of people around you, people who are willing to have real relationships, not just transactional relationships where they just want to earn money off of you, but want to teach you about your finances. And what we've been doing at UBS is making sure that the advisors that are in our sports and entertainment division, one, understand who these athletes are, understand why it's important that they think about life after sports, because at the end of the day, it's a short career. And if you plan now, get the right people around you, that's setting yourself up for success.
It's interesting, too, when I think about it, I don't know what personally happened with you. Obviously, you were gifted on the field, but you get a lot of hangers-on, and people want to be around you, and you're generous to a fault. A lot of these athletes are. I remember talking to the former heavyweight boxing champion, Larry Holmes, about this, who said he wised up to the fact that all these people around him disappeared when he was no longer a champ. But he did say one thing that stuck in my mind, and that was, Neil, I signed every check. In other words, he would always say he didn't leave it to some money advisor to do something he was unaware of, that he was actively involved. What do you think of that?
That's great advice. Unfortunately, he's not the norm. I think a lot of athletes, especially even myself, I was captain of the Chicago Bears, and I was a head nodder. I would hear terms that I didn't understand, and just so I didn't look like I didn't know what I was saying, I would nod my head and say yes. But the truth of the matter is most individuals, not just athletes, most Americans don't understand their finances. And it becomes a problem with athletes because it's a short period of time that they have to earn this money. They can't make mistakes, and those mistakes are magnified tenfold when it comes to the short lifespans that they have. So for us, we're trying to make sure that we put our clients, our athletes, entertainers, in positions that they're thinking about their future, that they're surrounding themselves with a network of individuals within their ecosystem that are going to help build a lasting legacy. And we're thinking about life after the 15 minutes of fame are up. don't care if you're Tom Brady, you played 20 years,
Yeah.
you still got to figure out what's next. And that's what these athletes need to start doing.
It's a very good thing. You're giving back a lot. It's important to a lot of people. So I admire that a great deal. Loved everything about you except the fact that you were with the Bears. But outside of that, you really were a great athlete and are. So thank you, Wale, very much. Good seeing you.
Appreciate it, Neil. Thank you. Same.